gonna get really mad if Covenant Dance gets copyrighted, but it shouldn't. Big emphasis on the shouldn't. Let's see, what should I still garrison here?
Nothing special, says the fucking ODST.
ODSTs are awesome because we're fucking humans, dude.
Fuck you mean we're not human?
Yeah, you're pumped full of drugs.
Yeah, just because a pump full of drugs means we're not human. Doesn't mean we're not human. We are Florida man in a war killing.
Well, at least I can actually retire and have a family.
I mean, Bob, not to remove your van apartment and stick in this
I just realized I don't have any Wraith tanks, but that's fine. I don't need Wraith tanks. It's just a ground invasion. Who needs it?
Can I have a DMR 7 AI?
Be picky, Angel.
Be picky on what I want.
Hey, let's go 4-4.
Yeah, 1 second. Hey, Angel.
Oh.
90.
I'm just as tall.
Oh yeah, and I meant to fortify that. Well, wow.
Are these arsenals or
Whatever.
No arsenals. Is this where DMR?
Nice. Come back here. Yes, and we're supposed to stay here for briefing. That's what it was last time.
1250 check. Left it outside for a few days.
Spartan 3s, they're nothing special. They're basically just overpowered ODSTs.
Hey, why are the Spartans here? I just told you 2 minutes ago, come back at the top of the hour for the brief and go play Barbie right now. Wow. Send in Go Team 6 now.
When it's been a year.
Has it been a year, Ross? Oh man, yes it has. Thank you for the year-long sub-train, man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you enjoy the Lance Corporal badge, and I hope you get a kick out of this operation. I know I will. Let's see.
I'm gonna be on squad comms as much. I'm just gonna tell the team leads what I need them to do, and I expect my team leads to actually pull that off. Because I've got 2 teams.
Why?
If you're trying to sit in the chair, you gotta ace interact with it.
Okay, your red team, pick 3.
You're just fucking floating, that's why I'm just...
That's weird, it's not letting me place. But why was it not letting me...
You folded one, and it's the sidearm version.
By the way, that
That's weird, my
Wait, that shreds.
my remote control command isn't working.
I would kill for a
Do you want to
Ah.
swap?
Nah.
I'm gonna take down again.
That's interesting.
And
Well, that's only gonna complicate things a little bit, nothing too much, but as long as the backup ability works.
First contact, they have the OG Halo 3,
much rather DMR.
and they actually have the pilot uniforms there.
But that's
It's weird how the they're getting stuck in certain spots, but that entire terrain should be working fine. Who knows?
Did you want the DMR?
Yeah, that piece is mainly for show.
Let's get like boots, and I just sink right back down. But I don't know.
Onto the DMR.
And it looks like my air thing's up here despawn. That's fine.
Oh, those are awful.
That's why I love my team.
Oh yeah, he respawned, alright.
Turn it off.
Big boy.
Good check.
Good check.
We all got
Good check.
Very back.
Fall like a rock either way.
Yeah, no, my freaking RC command isn't working. That's weird.
I forgot.
Are we doing Operation VODs again? Good check.
50 check.
This is the derpiest fucking thing ever.
Good
check.
4-man squad, I like it.
to fall into alpha because you're that weak, let me know.
I think they found the source.
Oh well.
You're 4 men strong and you want to fall into alpha, I don't mind.
Hey, from, you'll talk to squad lead about that, I'm team leader.
I am the
Yeah.
squad lead.
What?
No, our squad lead.
Okay.
Okay.
Open.
Oh, I spent too many years.
Spartan's not high.
Where's the rest of Bravo, anyway?
I'm unable to now use T-FAR. What the actual...
Oh,
That is an Arma issue.
You're gonna be on blue team. Is there a blue team lead? I saw Hatsu when I was loading it back on my shack attack at the moment.
What? Something just magically broke.
straightforward, so
You'll have
Kill myself real quick. Because I cannot afford to relog.
Hey, boys, think we can do it with 4 man strong in Bravo? I think we can.
You think
There we go.
Let's hope.
good as shit. So
Is that an actual? Is that a secondary?
This is hi, send message Spartan.
Are splints enabled or no?
Check.
If I could, I'd have my own anti-uniform which carries the longer version of this suppressed, but allows a much
It's not giving me
We
audio
don't have
boost.
splints, so I suspect not enabled.
Both machine gunners are in blue now.
Oh, son of a bitch! Not
There
this!
was splints that were.
Not this glitch! God fucking damn it! Why did the audio cut?
One hunter in red team, spread out who's who, don't have 2 AT and 1 and 2.
What the fuck? Why am I plagued with so many fucking... Oh, this is gonna be gay. Hi has to relog because of an audio issue, and then spend probably 20 minutes re-garrisoning everything. Stand by. Fuck!
FM, have fun.
That's not how that works.
That is how that works. Because when I leave the server, everything ungarrisons. Forehead?
I know, but he's saying get a Kozus, and that's
Big
not
brain.
gonna help. Well, see if you can use the transfer ownership and transfer all the shit to the server.
That's going to break it even harder, because the server doesn't know how to process half these assets. Fuck, okay. What's the best way to do this? That would be break off everything's individual group.
Shit.
And then regroup it when I get back. That way I can keep it garrisoned, so... Hooray! Just technical difficulties upon technical difficulties. I love it. So, kill Arma, relog, because that type of glitch is... I love how on all my big things, glitches have been very apparent, and it's been very annoying. Drana, that wouldn't work because Zeus's are tied to individual clients. So even if I ascended someone to Zeus, the units under my control wouldn't go to them when I left. It would still go to the server and thus break all the garrisons. So what I just did was ungroup every single unit so it would stay in place, and then I can regroup them all and re-garrison them as I go through everything. I should be able to do that as they get in action. It's just we'll be spending the first like 5-10 minutes doing that instead of watching them go out, but shit happens. Welcome to Zeusing. It is just a massive debugging mess. So I'm gonna quickly get back on the server, reboot, and everything should be okay. So there's no JTAC, and there is no ground command. That's cute. So when I get back in, I'm just gonna queue up my radio and then initiate brief. Hey Grim, how you doing? But hey, any normal Zeus wouldn't be able to pull this shit. I'm just lucky enough to have the know-how to be able to pull said shit. Yeah, I can hear my footsteps now.
Okay. Was I hit 64? Okay. Actually, what is mine now? Let me double check that.
Crazy.
I love how I've given you dump rates and you fuckers still drop a bunch of shit on the ground.
That's your shit.
That
They
is-
made it your body.
No, one person did.
Everyone, please take a seat in the briefing hall.
Clean it up. I'm not briefing until that's cleaned up.
Whoever fucking did it, come on.
Alice, there's a major task for you in the briefing room. Can you please clean up the briefing table?
You ain't no bitches. Do it yourself.
You gotta fly us in. Wait, are we not dropping in? Can we not hot drop?
I don't have to fly.
No, because you would get shot to death. Good check, Spartans. Feel free to come back to the main bunker. I'm going to give the brief in a second. Stand by.
ODSTs never stay out of the pod.
Angel, come here.
Did it still move you back? Or did I just misplace the... Okay, thank God.
Sitting on the hunter's shoulder.
Oh my God, that would have... That would have pissed me off. So, based off of what I just did right there, they're going to have to be all individually re-garrisoned before I send them ahead.
Looks like
Okay.
they're making you excited.
That will be doable, just annoying.
You're rapping style.
Do we only have one medic?
Should be one per squad.
Yeah, but everyone else in my squad decided to go fucking
They're out of special
absolute stupid.
Damn, he's tall.
Let's see. If I stand here, I can see the screen perfect.
Hey, yo, piss off. You're supposed to be spine 3, not a spine 2.
It's a shame I don't have any AoE.
Heads, but
Carrying the team, okay.
I can't argue that.
There's no way I can just put that to the side and just select a mass group of them. I would love a module that did that.
Oh, there comes Pink Boy.
Brief is in 10 seconds.
Shit, it's done.
9, 8, 7. Whatever. Alright, welcome to Operation Maple Leaf Phase 2. Here are today's objectives. So, if you were to look to the south, you would see something like this. A bunch of Covenant ships, a few Scarabs running around, Locusts. It's all chaos. However, they are very early on in their invasion, so they haven't had a lot of time to fortify. We have marked out areas on the map. If I should to go to the next slide, let's see. That is slide 4. There we go, slide 3. This is the entirety of the map. The only thing to note is there is one cruiser misrepresentation in the center. Instead of 4 cruisers, there are 3. That cruiser has gone away. We don't know for what or for what reason. However, this is the current map. UNSC are establishing a front line just to our south to try to hold off the enemy forces coming in, and the Coveys are fortifying areas in the circled shaded areas. Do note that this is not the extent of their fortifications. They can be pushing things past that area, but otherwise you'll see the fortifications on these areas. Now, what are we doing today specifically as the Marines hold the line? We are going to be going to the following 4 positions marked in blue flags. First, the town of... Man, this laptop's small. Lemeton. We are also going to the town of Chiotane, the town of Morton, and the town of Saint Pierre. At these blue flags, we were organizing civilians and auxiliary UNSC personnel for extract. However, because of the rates of the Covenant ships dropping off Spirit dropships, they were cut off, and these are their last known positions. Your job is to rescue these personnel and bring them back here so they can be evac'd on the UNSC Drake, so we can leave and not all die to a giant glassing. Also, air, word of warning, there are AA batteries throughout the island. So be careful. You're free, weapons hot, whatever, on them if you see them, but be careful because these batteries are everywhere. We estimate there are at least 8 or so around the map, not all in this picture. What I mean by that is they're not all on that platform. Some might be on scarabs, locusts, towers, enemy fobs. So be careful. Any questions? Cool. You have whatever is on this base. So if you were to look on your map, you have pretty much all forms of air assets. Only the Spartan liaison pilots are allowed to touch the Sparrowhawks. The Warthogs on the north is pretty much every type of Warthog. The 2 recovery Warthogs also have resupply. That is your only ability to resupply in the field, because all other forms of resupply, such as from air, are going to the UNSC established front line and not you. Otherwise, vehicle assets don't respawn when they blow up. I forgot to mark the exact position of the R&R position for air. I will do that now. Spartans, after I give you your brief, you can request assets and I'll spawn them next to your redacted spot. Any other questions?
Do we have a commander?
No, when I joined back in, I didn't see a ground command or a JTAC, so have fun figuring that out. Spartans, on me. Let's go have your brief.
Check.
Ground dudes, the recovery hogs are right here next to your building. On the north side, there are those 2 hogs there.
Solid.
Yeah, it's a slideshow.
Okay.
I'm dead, I think.
Hi, is off comms, 2 mics. You guys are free to move out whenever. I did it in a way that didn't break the garrison, so have fun. Alright, so as that sign says, no HVAP, no loading uniforms that aren't Spartan base. Your objective is as follows. So, in the first mission where we went to the top right island, we requisitioned Sparrowhawks in a large number. The reason for that is, if you were to look on the northeast of the map, that small island was actually the Sparrowhawk training ground. Oni had a few different...
We're missing half the fucking Spartans.
I don't give a fuck. Oni has multiple training facilities for vehicle projects, codename Mantis and codename Grizzly. Codename Mantis was at the following position, grid ref 072060. Again, codename Mantis 072060. Codename Grizzly was at the following position, 075086. Again, 075086. Your job is the recovery of all vehicle assets at codename Mantis and codename Grizzly's position to bring back to that ship so we can load them up and use them in the future of the war. On top of that, you are free to help the other group with their objectives. However, yours is your own priority. Any questions?
Bring the assets back to?
Here.
That giant fuck-all ship outside to the northwest. Just bring it behind the hangar bay. I'll take care of the rest.
Do we know how many assets at each?
There should be 3 working Mantises and 2 working Grizzlies.
Righto.
Any other questions?
Have a gunner, do you?
No, I don't have any questions.
Do you need Warthogs? And if so, what type?
Yes. I'd say, what, a transport in the Gauss?
I'm out there briefing at the moment. I've got Nano with me. Yeah, I've got Nano now as well.
Who's the Omega team lead?
Cargo garage.
Where are you,
on the
bud?
right can take out
Oh, good. The team lead wasn't here for the briefing.
but the one on the left can knock out infantry.
Yeah.
Well, right.
They are provided. Also, they're black for distinguishment.
Appreciate it.
He's not replying already, so I have no idea where he is.
Very epic. I mean, if he doesn't show, I mean, y'all just pulled in. I'll fucking squad lead. I don't know. Do I have 2 volunteers for the Gauss Hog though?
Able gunner.
Okay, we got a gunner. So I'm gonna drive it. Back. Thank you for volunteering.
Understood.
So by grouping them, it helps reduce frame load. Because instead of mapping a bunch of additional groups like that, for so Foxtrot 3-2, that stuff, it just groups them all into single. So that's the weakness of having them all as individual, but I did that again so they wouldn't move around when I ungarrison them. This is High, back on net. Again, you guys are clear to move out at your earliest convenience, my bad. Good luck, have fun.
Big 4? Or 4?
I got a long range. I can easily coordinate with them.
Oh, yeah.
So again, the only 3 alien models that exist...
This is Pelicans, where we going first?
Iceberg, how about 5-6 for local comms?
We only have Jackals, Brutes, and Elites. I can't use Brutes and Elites together because they have 2 separate damage models. The Jackals share the same damage model as the Brutes, however, Jackals, I don't mind if they easily die, so...
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you want to fly or gun?
I don't mind weak Jackals compared to what else I have around here.
I'll fly.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, save your loadouts.
I gotta watch to see if they leave this position.
Is that everyone loaded?
Good for 4.
Alpha's all loaded.
Thanks, Phil.
Negative on Bravo.
Interrogative, are the red circles, are they free to fly in?
They're free to fly in, but if you fly close to those cruisers, you're gonna have a bad time.
Solid.
I almost saw for a sec, one of my guys.
So guys, I'll interact with chat in just a second. I'm just, you know, resetting everything, because, like I said earlier, I am plagued with, some weird issues regarding my, my Zeusin. Thank God I didn't set up random patrols, too, because if I had to map that mess out, ugh.
Yeah, you might wanna...
That would have been a pain in the butt.
Might wanna do that.
Alpha to Sparrowhawk pilot.
Alpha, be advised, the Sparrowhawk pilot doesn't answer to you, it answers to the Spartans.
Yeah, I know.
All loaded.
I said that at least 3 times, one in the brief and twice when everyone was upstairs before I started the stream.
I have one of my guys having to reconnect. I ask you to TP him to us as soon as we're on the ground again.
Roger, can you give me a name so I know who to look for?
Wex_Solus.
Thank you. Now again, re-garrisoning, because I left the server, so that breaks garrison command. And then I'm re-garrisoning them, regrouping them, because if I regroup them like you saw with that first UNSC squad I did, they're going to move around. Oh, they're pulling a fast one on me. Cack, alright, I gotta set up my patrols real quick then.
Check. Busy.
I'll go view.
I was worried they would do a Pelican rush on my left flank.
What was that under?
View.
Oh, and it's still doing that glitch. Alright, reinforcements. He doesn't want to do it. Okay. Give me the remote.
Like you need ice.
Predict the color you want?
I couldn't give a shit about grenades. I need ammo.
He doesn't want to shoot on his own. Alright, well, let's mobilize 2 Space Banshees and call it a day. Covenant. Covenant. Yep. Okay, turrets.
I'm gonna need you to take a massive chill pill. We haven't even left yet.
Which ammo do you take?
No.
Ice?
60 rounders.
That is going to be really annoying that I'm going to have to manually switch units like that.
I can't put anything in the Warthog either.
Also, it's really annoying that he does not want to fire. And that my remote control command isn't working.
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, alright, so in the future I'm just going to respawn these things manually because they do not...
What do I? You're clear to TP Rex.
Yep.
Classic maneuver.
Bravo, say again. TP Rex to you, over.
Hey, clear to TP.
Pretty much just swapped yours.
Gabe. Zope had a midlife crisis and disappeared.
Rex.
Only to suffer.
Never had the remote control thing break on me like that. Ah, there, now he's doing it on his own. Alright, scratch one of those. Alright, UNSC. I'm gonna set up some AA defense.
Waiting. Standing by. Waiting.
Because I have a feeling we might need it.
Waiting. Ready for orders.
Again, I don't want to use switch unit hotkeys because that's risky in itself. That thing's dead. So again, I'll play a little bit of my own scenario, it's fine. But otherwise, let's see. AA is still active. I'm going to respawn my AA pieces on... Actually, it looks like he's aggroing, but still, I would be a little more comfortable if I just respawn those. I haven't seen any air assets fly back here, so I think that one just glitched itself out. If even they got close to the southern border, I wouldn't do that. I would just chalk it as, you know, a failure, but
We're gonna start moving,
nothing has been back
northbound
there.
to the small town of Liru before engaging the main town of Lem. Oh, can't say that name.
Oh yeah, no, those are getting replaced. So yeah, hitting X stops its velocity. All forces, this is high. Be advised, I forgot to say in brief, you have 90 minutes to get these objectives done. Good luck. Out.
South coming.
So Rigby looks like he's survived. 90 minutes from now. Yep, so it looks like they took out that thing, which is nice to see. I'm gonna have to start bringing out reinforcements from various points to move in on the players. So I'm gonna send standard Jackal squads here.
Up to Pelican Powers.
Send them around. So they got one pilot down. They've got this vehicle moving around right here. I'm gonna get some spirits ready to go. Because if I shave this squad down...
Alpha to Pelicans.
Send it.
It's possible for you to bring up 2 times Gatling Hawk to LZ South. I'll have my blue team shift them so we can roll with some actual armor.
Alright.
AFM, be advised, diverting 2 pilots to Pelicans will severely limit your cast capabilities.
That is not what I wanted. Hopefully he won't kill himself on that.
Over to air, we're waiting you 1 by 5 right now.
Now these guys have deployed over here. Yeah, relays are going to be interesting to see what these guys decide to pull and whatnot. I've got other forces maneuvering around. Main force is going to go for this objective. Looks like they took out the AA from range. And if I find their areas being abusive, I'll just, you know, put up some more Space Banshees since I know those can put up a decent fight. But we do have a Sparrowhawk. God, that inability to RC things with the control is very annoying. See him react.
Alpha Bravo.
Send it. This is Alpha. We've got eyes on a Jackal scout team east of us by the town. They're not guns up at this time.
Yeah, that's what I want to put in.
So.
Yeah, no damage. He's got to be careful though, because that Scarab's AA started firing at him. And think some of these AA turrets are now tracking ground vehicles.
Bravo South, we're going to continue to move northwest. Don't want to get bogged down with a small scout team. We're moving towards the town. If you come up with the guards, that would be lovely.
Okay.
He's flaring off missiles now. Hopefully he'll go and land and then limp home, but...
Against the ground forces dropping off to Gatling Warhawks.
Those guys are getting fired upon by that AA turret because AA got aggroed by the Sparrowhawk.
I've got someone, Hogwarts.
They're clear on their left flank. And she still goes in. This is why I don't like using the spirits, because they are not good at landing. So instead you're going to see me just field a lot of stuff via the ground. Now you have that Sparrowhawk staging far back. But again, these things are aggroing on the ground units instead of the air assets. That just can't be helped.
This is Alpha Bravo.
Send.
We've got what appears to be a locust to our northwest.
So you're hearing some plasma fire back here. I'm not sure if these guys notice yet.
We'll mark and hold.
Whew, but how's chat doing? Sorry, I'll start paying attention to you guys. Busy managing two different fronts here. These guys are going to have to take advantage of their mobility to get down here, because otherwise that AA turret, it is deviously placed to be in their way, so they're going to have to work with their air asset to do stuff. It looks like, you know, some things were taken out. They took out the turret. That's very well done. Now, because of how everything is going, I'm going to be very quick to delete stuff to help mitigate frames.
Ground forces, do any of you have laser designators?
Whew, rifle grenade goes off in that jackal's face.
I believe squad lead has them, yes.
Cool, we have Hornets that can do laser guided rockets, things.
Lovely
stuff, we can do the shooty shoot.
Right, we're currently assaulting the town. We don't know if there's friendlies in there at this time, so we're not going to call in a Hornet strike. But once it's clear, we'll let you know, and we can neutralize them.
Yeah, we're not in them yet, so. Just saying we have them at the airfield.
Dude, you need to use your mobility, man. If you slow down, you're dead.
We're at the Alpha Plus marker at this time, waiting for you.
Warthogs excel in mobility.
Senior High Command.
This is high, send traffic.
So, are we able to, like, kill this cruiser somehow? Because it's sniping us from really far out.
That's not the cruiser. Good luck. Out. You have the most overpowered air asset that could literally strike that from range or do a wild weasel. Threes, all I'm going to say is there's a reason I gave you the most overpowered air asset as a liaison. I recommend you use it. Out.
Bravo, what's your position at this time?
Use your brains.
50 meters behind you guys.
Please.
Confirm, we got allies on jackals patrolling the town. We're going to start moving in.
Copy. Alpha. Bravo's moving with you.
That's not an air asset. They're trying.
Alpha to pilots.
Send.
Are you in your Hornets yet?
We're about to switch into them. At least one Hornet will be up.
Right, we've got 1 times Locust with an active gunner. If we can't deal with it, I'm going to call you in.
Be there in 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not smart. They better be quick with those things, because otherwise they're in for a bad time.
Yeah. For you guys to pick up one of my best gunners.
Working on it now.
Thank you very much.
Bravo, why don't you set that fucking lock?
So we got this guy right here. Looks like he's actually trying to crawl away. It's beautiful. Alright, so I'm using HMCS add-ons for quote-unquote mantises.
Reporting confirmed dead UNSC Marines within the town.
These guys are situated over here. And that Hornet's able to fly free because of that air asset. I'm gonna spook the guys trying to fall back a bit. I'm gonna send some Banshees up there.
Oscar Mike, be there in about 3 or 4 minutes. This thing is very slow.
About to say, if they hit each other, that's gonna be hilarious.
Where's the target? Where are you lasing from, etc., etc.?
He's in now.
I'm not there yet, but from where?
So it looks like they had their air asset schwack that. Nice.
Target is.
And they also schwacked
I
that
don't know how
one.
to use the laser tags now. Do you just need a grid rack?
Looks like the other one was shot a little too late.
No,
sure.
You know where you're lasing from, the direction relative to the target.
Okay, I'm lasing it. It is northwest of my.
Or I think they had Iceberg turn around and possibly snipe them
So it's at the
instead.
center of the town or something like that?
Pretty much.
Okay, be there in 3 or 4 minutes. Very slow. And very small.
One of those Banshees was quickly taken out. That is so annoying. Remote control. Yeah, so head on, they get schwacked real quick. I was hoping he would prioritize the ground assets, but for whatever reason, Banshees like to prioritize the air assets instead. But yeah, I think they were using the Mantis cannons to snipe those 2 AA assets to some good efficiency there. I still got these 3 ones in the rear. Otherwise, you're having this force now engaging what I have right here. I'm going to grab... You're going to see that a lot, because again, I'm going to frickin' used to just using my... The AI are firing on their own. I'll let them do that.
We're at the ground forces, less than a minute out.
Wonder what they're calling for these guys to do. But I guess these guys are coming back to help with the medical situation back here. I also took out that turret.
Coming in on it at this time.
The only thing I really have to counter those assets is Banshees.
Push G-Fire.
But that's why they're meant to pull them back instead.
That's on net.
So I think their air asset RTB'd. So I think they're taking a late joiner in with a Falcon. Wish those guys moved a bit quicker. Because I'm hoping by the time that they're, securing that area, that QRF will arrive. Use Needler ones for ground strikes, it's meant for that? That's fair. They could call their air asset to go, system.
Yeah, I can't lace. Oh well. This is Zorn. I'm getting no laser.
Right now.
Where from? I got cannon.
That did nothing to it.
The
Jesus.
contact southeast on the road, apparently. So I'm going to move into the town.
That one just got flung. Whew, this thing's maneuverable.
Alpha to Bravo, we've got confirmed civvies in town to missile with Covenant forces. Please check the fire.
Eric can hit that little outpost thing with the shields and shit if you want, unless there's nothing alive.
Yep.
Is that a yes or yes?
Yeah, you're coming to the
These things are very, very maneuverable. Ah, shit. There's no countermeasures.
Shit.
That's funny.
Welcome.
You guys are finally... No, it's not them. It's a different group.
Understood.
But why is their leader back here? Yeah, so these guys don't know how to shoot at aircraft, so I'll have to RC them and teach them how. The fuel rod sucks. I think that's the highest I can go with it. Otherwise, we have a few dead civvies here that were killed in the crossfire, which is unfortunate. Got other forces around here. Alright, here, let's, launch 2 of these from the carrier.
Alpha, you can wave off on the
So I think
town.
this is coming to pick up those
friendly,
guys.
I don't want to get anyone hit by your strikes. If you can focus on anything.
Affirm,
coming
you got
from
one
town.
elite on the bar, east side of the AA.
If you can deal with any QRF coming from the east towards the town, that'd be lovely.
We've been watching, but there's nothing coming up yet.
Yeah, you're extracting right next to a Covenant carrier. It's probably not going to work too well for you. So these guys are really late because I guess air flew over them and they don't know how to get up. So I'm going to have to break them all apart and just mass send them. And at this distance, they're probably not going to get there because they're going to start arcing instead of going direct, which
Got
is
civilians
annoying.
that are clear for exfil at this time. Are you free to come and give them a pickup? I'll mark an LZ for you.
Yeah, they're still escorting with the Mantises.
Do we have a count on the speed? On a number?
Spartan team to high command.
Send message.
1 mech secured. As a Spartan, am I allowed to take a Falcon or a Hornet?
Preferably not.
Falcon can hold 7.
Affirm. Can we get another transport hog, or am I just stealing one of these?
Inside of the Hornet?
Stand by.
Affirm, we can. Bring 1 Hornet in. We have 10.
Spartans, it's provided. Alright.
Rob, what's the plan?
So far, so good.
Bravo, the plan from you would probably be just use a Warthog charge to the next town. Air is going to be transporting the civilians back, so they'll be unable to fly us in at this time.
He's shooting, he's just missing hardcore.
On the way.
And I think he's shooting at his... But no, he's shooting at this up here.
You have like 5 people standing around doing absolutely fuck all.
Air to ground forces, please tell whoever's doing jack shit to help with whatever's going on. Especially loading the civilians instead of just staring.
I wonder if I got one with that. I don't think so. Let's see. You're the one filled, right?
All civilians loaded there, you're free to wave off.
Let's get a drop ship to come out of that one. I think I've harassed the Spartans enough, right?
Cast Hornet will stick with you guys for now, ground forces that is.
Alright, let's see.
Also, what's with the explosion?
Bravo, move southeast ASAP.
I can just put them above, it's fine.
Hornet to ground forces, did that Warthog just hit a tree and blow up immediately?
Yes.
Hi.
There's not much I can do about damage models in the mod. It's a known issue.
That hurt.
You should still have transport for those guys though. Too bad that was a Gus.
I don't think these guys have looked up yet.
Bravo, can you spray a medic to help?
There's not enough seats, the Hornet can take them.
Hello?
Never mind, I'm waving off. Random ass dropship.
It was above you the entire time.
Also
got a
dropship behind
Banshee
us.
coming from us.
Dropship behind us, southwest. West.
Alright, let's I'm gonna put pressure. Let's test out one of these needlers and see what happens.
Roger.
Bravo Alpha, we need air to move us. We don't have enough carriage capacity.
Yeah, we're gonna need a Falcon or a
The Hornet can take whatever.
Woo, she's wonky.
Slots.
If let me mark LZ if we're just gonna clear out from that shithole and then come pick us up.
Preferably send your medic to me because I need some healing.
Yeah, medic will be on LZ. Yeah, it's bring it in on top.
Flew right over him.
Bravo, we're going to be mounting up in the Hornet. Push the hogs down the road towards Morton. We'll set an RV point at your discretion since you're mounted.
Alrighty. It's there. Right, and these guys were on a patrol. All forces, this is high. 1 hour remains. I say again, 1 hour remains.
You must start move out if you set an RV point for the Hornet, because you'll have a better view on the ground than us in the air.
Alright, let's start deleting bodies here. Gonna reform that squad and pull them back.
On the way.
And let's see, I need to set up some mobile patrols now around the other points. Get ready to assault that other position, but I have to time it correctly. Say the Locust drops off some more troops. God, I hate not being able to RC stuff in real time.
Bravo, be advised, Martin LZ on the map of Morton. Alpha will need that.
Here's that AA piece firing. Brewer, thanks for the 30-month resub, close to 3 years. Yeah, right? Thanks so much for everything, man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this one. Oh yeah, right, I was gonna spawn some space boyos to deal with his butt. How are you doing, Brewer? Let's see... Covenant... Space boyos. Sucks to suck, Iota! So he's doing strafe runs on that Scarab, sending those Space Banshees out. Those things suck. The fuel rods.
Hi, Command. I'm being told that one of the mechs got destroyed somehow. Not sure how.
Shit. Break. That's unfortunate. Proceed with the mission. Out. Okay, they're doing that. Alright, gotta be quick. Oh, okay, he's down there. Cool. Yeah, so they'll hear that.
Spartans to high, second mech, retrieved.
Thank you, Spartan. Proceed with your tasking. Out. He has a lot of stuff going his way. I'm surprised he's not getting sniped out. I love how those render in before the actual tower does.
Spartan to high.
Yeah, what?
Can I get a fucking Gatling Warthog, please?
Gatling or a Goss?
Gatling.
Stand by. Provided.
All is red, I'm fucking off.
Something just blew up back here.
Fucking Hornet, the ground forces that killed the whatever the fuck that was, I keep forgetting. I'm gonna pick up those guys if I can.
So pause for that AA battery, because I know it was still up.
Where are they? Lemuel?
Alright, let's just send a shit ton of Banshees up at this point.
Falcon's back on that, back on station.
Really what First Contacts lacks is balance for fighting heavy human assets.
Well, I see them, hold on.
Those are gonna be inadequate. Let's get the kneelers out. But again, the Banshees are gonna aggro on the air asset.
The outpost to your north was not clear, I still saw some guys alive.
Solid.
Oh, this will be fun. I'm not gonna be able to kill him. But I can try a mag dump to the face.
Hornet, the ground forces was Alpha.
That's another thing with the update. They don't die to plasma. Spartans are very resilient. And I know that. It's still pretty funny. I was firing blanks, yes, exactly.
I see you guys dropping into it on C-Tap with the Warthogs, so I'll drop closer.
See, and he's already done bandaging. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. He might bleed out. He might not. I don't know. That's what I have to work with. Freaking overshield. Pretty much. That is my dilemma.
On the way.
Spartans to infantry.
Hello.
What is your sit rep?
A bit scattered because of the tricky physics, but we're regrouping right outside the town of Mortar right now.
Yeah, the ace damage for plasma is very no.
Pelicans?
Pilots dreaded up Pelicans for attack craft, so we're using Falcons and Hornets.
Right, in about 5 minutes, send one of them back. We're gonna...
They're not really good at checking the dead.
Scarab, Bravo, to our north.
Right, one.
Ah! The damn hotkeys.
Bravo, recommend shifting south towards the tree line and taking it down to the town.
Oh, there's the missile. I think I dodged the missile, and they got hit by the missile. Oh, it still kicked me out. Well, oh, that was worth it. That was worth it. Ah, man. Yeah, they got very comfortable next to that cruiser, so I showed them why that was a bad idea. I'm gonna spawn some units over here, and I'm gonna try to cut off those grizzlies just to mess with them. These guys aren't gonna do shit to them. But I can try.
Copy that.
It's just gonna be a slaughter. But that's also because this mini campaign, since I have someone sending me a lot of Covenant compositions, I'm gonna keep these types of ops going. But I'm probably gonna get rid of Spartans just because too OP with the damage models.
And the barn just beyond it.
Because I can make them less OP, but that would mean the ODST guys are going to be very, very easy to kill. Or I can, make the ODST guys a little more tanky, but then the Spartans are literally gods. So, it's all just a big balancing act.
Pelican is on standby.
Just deleting
I'll copy 50.
what I have
My game
here.
wasn't dying.
Good copy, 50.
Thank you. Are you guys really running from all the way?
So now the Spartans have their shit done. They will be able to pull the other guys in. I'm gonna start just quickly organizing dudes. Have a nice organization of everyone they've captured. Yeah, it's also the Ace Compat for First Contact needs some retweaking with Plasma. Because Plasma should do a little more damage, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll do a few more Halo ops every Saturday. Have some fun with the assets and whatnot. Hey, Gore. Oh, look, you're watching now. It only took you quite a bit of time to respond. So yeah, I got these guys moving in. Can also deploy a squad down here.
On the way. Solid copy.
Now that the Spartans have achieved their objectives and I can stop harassing them, now I can make it a little harder for the ODSTs to get their job done.
Once you confirm the town's clear, you're free to land the Falcon in the center. We'll start moving civilians into the Falcon again.
Gore, I do love you. I don't know why the I don't know why the
Hey,
sound
Spartans,
for that
I've
is
got you
broken. I'll have to look into that.
We copy.
But, you know, quarantine, everything's breaking.
How about
We're
you
struggling
hurry
to
up?
stay afloat. But thanks for the 16-month resub, Gore. I hope you
got
keep
one
enjoying the
re-insert
ops, and I
already
hope you get a
waiting.
kick out of this operation.
You guys can go without them. We got our own pilots. They're just...
That
I don't
just
know what the fuck they're
deleted
doing.
No, they're in the Sparrowhawk.
everyone down there.
You
Cac.
want a Pelican?
Yes.
It's right here, waiting for you.
We can have our own pilots. Take another vehicle.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, we can.
Understood. Understood.
Yes, you can.
Copy that.
So yeah, those guys ran back. The tanks are still taking their time to get over here.
Let's try that landing again.
Oh, this is rich. Alright. Time to be sneaky.
Ground to Pelican.
They called me Japanese. Only to run into a machine gunner. Good old Bonsai. That machine gunner's dead. I didn't shoot at him.
I have one reinsert.
If you've not taken off yet, can you attach a resupply hub to you and bring that in?
Let's see.
Just said I did take off. I'll go back though. I'm only halfway there.
I'll go send that out to harass their stuff. But now I need to start setting up shit for the last town.
Is there resupply the little warthogs with the net behind them?
Infantry contact coming in from the northeast from that forest.
We're engaging.
Ground forces, this is Spartans.
Send it.
We just need to know what your current objective and what it all is so we can come and help.
My current objective is to extract civilians from towns. We're currently locating the town.
You were all at the same brief. Why are they asking what your objective was?
Are you staying there or are you headed to a different town?
We're staying here right now. We still need to extract the civilians.
Hey, firm, we'll come in and
Pelican
support you
high.
there in a minute.
3, 2,
Hold on,
1. This is high. Send traffic.
Can you confirm that the resupply or whatever warthog is the one I'm looking at right now, to my right, with a net behind it?
Affirm. The recovery ones are the resupply ones.
Thank you.
Yep.
On 12, so we've got fellas incoming.
Liru, are we able to retake those mechs out of the hangar and use them?
No, no. These are Onis.
Hey, Ice.
Pilots to high.
Send message, pilot.
Does the Grizzly work with being lifted by the Pelican, or is it still broken?
What Grizzly?
The tank, but yeah.
You don't have any tanks. Now you're confusing me.
Pelican, the ground force is on the way with the resupply. It kind of loaded sideways, so I don't know if it's going to blow me up when I eject it. We'll see what happens. More fun that way.
I think that's Hadav. No, that's Rigby. He was... I don't know what he was doing.
One more thing. Can we get one more transport hog and a Gauss hog, please?
30 seconds to load these people
Stand
up
by.
anyway.
Thank you.
Waiting.
Wait, we got a Banshee on your 6.
Waiting orders.
Wow, so that one Banshee has probably been my deadliest Banshee yet. It just got two air kills.
Air to ground forces. I mean, Pelican. I'm just gonna drop off the.
I mean, they do have
Warthog by
AA
the,
Warthogs, but they
original
decided
LZ.
not to take them.
You
That
just
was
sent
probably a
somebody
mistake.
there. Oh shit, a Banshee.
Yeah, we've been engaged by Banshee. We won't have time to move back and then head forward again, so...
Is it in the middle of the town? I can just drop it there. I can do it.
It's gonna be a hell of a hot drop, man.
Easy.
I gave them 4 cap hornets and 4 CAS hornets. I mean, they're even labeled on the map here. I told them 4 cap, 4 CAS. They have touched... Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, they've touched a few of the caps. Alright.
Crash.
I got a Banshee flying around me, so...
Combat air access in the air.
Alpha frames are really dying for some reason.
This is special folks could spare pilot help cap.
Their special bugs are in the tower.
Air access.
Woo! I just flew under him! The maneuverability of these things is crazy. So he dropped it, but it was flipped, unfortunately.
Dropped off resupply, it kind of flips, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so those are all dead civvies they were extracting.
Inbound with cap hornet.
Still gotta drop off when we answer.
That's another Banshee that bailed and is just freaking out. I think those are some units I pulled back. I guess I'll just delete the ones down here. I think they're moving around because they're garrison glitched.
Answer dropped off, I'm fucking off. We'll switch to cap when I get back to base.
I'm in cap right now.
Telling you, northeast.
He cannot catch up to me. But he can't shoot me.
So, one group of civvies was rescued, another was a big bust.
Spartan 2, ground boys. I got the spare hawk coming back up there to provide cap. We're gonna need a ride to the front. Some way.
Now you want me?
Yes, 5 minutes later, yes we do.
Jeez.
Well, get inside me quickly.
All forces, this is high. Be advised, 45 minutes remain. I say again, half of your time remains. Over.
So, yeah. Bravo, be advised, we're starting moving east to the next objective. If you're not in a hog, you're on foot.
They still have 2 civvies back here. I just heard something explode. That's because Iopus took it out with his cat missiles. Nice. Combat Air Patrol. So yeah, I only had 4 slots, so this kind of fits perfectly.
So we're moving to objective short 10 at this time.
Yep.
So they're in and secured. I'm gonna go ahead and lock them.
Taking this one, hello.
Are there any civilians left in the town too?
They still have all their Pelicans. They have 1 Sparrowhawk left because I shot down the other, and they've got a handful of Hornets left.
Yes or no? Are there civilians in town too?
I heard call for 2 times civilians still in the town.
So they're leaving the civilians. They're leaving the civvies. Hey, well, I mean, most of them died in the Falcon, so... Oh, that's okay.
Apparently in the town.
That's funny. They're just like, oh, not our problem anymore. I'm sure the Covenant will deal with it. Yep, they're rescuing civvies too. That's funny. My players are funny. Ay, ay, ay.
Ground forces out, copy 50.
Solid.
What's your next objective? Is it objective 2?
Yeah, objective 2 obtained.
You guys already cleared Shortane, or is that something else?
So I guess Iopus will land and deal with it? Maybe? Possibly? So I do have these units shooting at him, but I think he's just going to strafe them as they move down. But if I get a unit down there, I'm going to execute those guys.
Right, Spartans will be dropped off north of Châtain to support you.
If it means anything, we cleared a lot of shit in that area already between, yeah, we killed a lot of shit in that area.
We don't have hunters, unfortunately. There's a lot of alien models we don't have, and officially, Optray only has the elite model. Look at that Chad just going prone in the open. Just like a true AI. So, who do we still have up here? We have Frost. I think he's re-kitting. I guess he'll drive something back. Rigby's gotten in another vehicle. He is taken off. Otherwise, main force. I guess they're going to go up to this position next.
Yes. Some infantry stragglers that can't be mounted underneath you at the time. Can you pick them up?
These guys are dropping off from above right there. Back to that.
Tell that random fucker I'm not dropping off full at random fucking locations.
Meanwhile, the UNSC guys, I don't know if they're gonna ride in the air or just drive, because walking this distance is not ideal. They have another thing right here, but that's not gonna be able to pick up people because it's a Sparrowhawk. Scarabs aren't functional. It's actually, so these are just a lot of blocks placed together. If you look up Optray GEK, capital G, capital E, capital K, you can find these and import them into your ops. It's a really cool thing. But making a working Scarab would take a while. Oh, this is nice.
Be advised, ground forces, Special Fox got dropped off from north of Châtain to support you. Plus one random marine.
Full squad east to Brick, north Bravo. The full squad east, just at the end of the MS hour.
There's no tracer for all there is, but it's really crappy. Something just blew up down there. It looks like some sort of Covenant wreck. Appears to be a Banshee. So I'll grab stuff and RC it if need be. I mean, last week we had them board and take over. Well, not take over, but clear out a Scarab, and that was pretty fun. And the Locusts, I like putting the little infantry turrets on the side. But, you know, putting a command crew on it, it's kind of cool. Reminds me of boarding action from other stuff. Just attach an invisible go-kart. Where it's so easy.
Spartans to ground forces, we're headed in from the north. After them checked it, and we'll do what we can to assist you.
That's copy. Okay, oh shit, that's a scarab. You might want to not go, there's a fucking scarab, southeast.
Yeah, the Sparrowhawk heavily neutered that scarab, so none of her weapons are online.
Hornet, can you drop my guys off with the Spartans, the LZs in front of a manned scarab? It's been nice knowing everyone.
Yeah, so he would have been attracted by the air assets, so I'm going to shoot at any warthogs that come in from this angle. I mean, I hear another asset flying around.
I did say it.
They just killed all the fucking... Oh my god! Oh! Oh, that's funny! That's funny! Oh! And you wonder why the innies are, why the innies exist. Well, I'm gonna taunt them.
Special Fox, if you can hear me, gonna drop off Frost north of you.
Jesus. Ah. Freaking died in a freaking airstrike. I love it. I love it. I've got no words. Only one of the groups of civvies have been rescued out of 3, and then the 4th one was guaranteed dead, so...
Ground forces.
Hello?
Either we killed all of them, or one of the airstrikes killed all of the civvies that were supposed to be extracted.
I believe that was... That's not a scarab.
Hey, there's civvies under the
No one
locust.
fucking mentioned there were civvies underneath it.
No one was there to get eyes on.
This is great.
Oh, let's start planning for the last objective then, because everyone here is fucking dead. Elf forces consolidate center of town into plan now that we've got the Spartans with us.
At Bravo to Alpha, you know that good part of your force is still in the forests.
No, my force is with me in the town. I got red team and blue team driving.
But yeah, next time tell Bravo that you have free transport capabilities, please. Thank you.
Do.
A Spartan special delivery.
Oh, that killed him off. Cool. Alright. Oh, look, a member of the press! This is hi, send message. Spartans.
Hi, this is Spartans. We've accomplished all of our objectives and have pushed to help Marines, it appears all the civvies in Objective 2 are dead.
Roger, that's unfortunate. We'll berate your cat pilot later. Like, no one looked at it, but it's like, dude, you have air assets literally flying all over it. No one bothered to scout out the position.
2, cease fire. 1, check your goddamn fire.
This is ground to pilot.
Repair that vehicle. 2, repair that vehicle.
Yeah. If you can bring in Pelicans, we're gonna fly into the last objective.
Be advised, all air assets can transport except the Sparrowhawk. I mean, the Hornets can take 6.
Aye, but you've got a lot of people to
Now I know
transport.
they haven't scouted
Oh,
this
man.
out. I'm gonna just make this a glorious,
I need a number, though.
We're just gonna put that
Bravo's
there.
9. Sorry, Alpha's 9, Bravo's 4, Spartans are how many they are.
Hornets can take 6 each.
That's a shame they're gonna bypass my tower, but, whatever.
Bravo is 6 at this point.
You got some
That's not gonna do it then.
Based off of everything I have seen in this operation, I'm just kind of shaking my head and going, you know, as long as they're having fun, and if they're not having fun, this is kind of what happens when there's no ground commander JTAC to organize everything, so could not care less.
Hey, Bravo, where are you?
But there's no flood, forehead.
Okay, that was for Bravo, thank you.
And the reason I don't have turrets on the carriers is because the carriers crash the
I'm
server
pretty sure
when I
all of
attach
Bravo
things
is
to
not.
it.
I have 2 of them on my Hornet. But thank you for answering for Bravo again.
Bravo, 4 of my guys, 3 of my guys are currently in the middle of the field getting engaged. 2 of my guys are fucking enlisted and 1 of us is with Alpha. Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, I'm a bit
Yeah, that guy with a plasma repeater. It's like the only weapon
I have
that's
one
good.
pilot RTP to switch to a Pelican. Did you lose all your fucking vehicles?
Bravo, have your other dudes pop smoke so I know where they are.
All forces, this is high. Be advised, 30 minutes remain. I say again, 30 minutes remain. Break. UNSC established front line is currently under heavy engagement, so we're gonna have to leave very, very soon. Over.
Does that mean we need to help relieve, or do we still have to...
You have your objectives. Please pursue them. Out.
Bravo, yeah. It was white smoke smoking off us.
Just to harass those air assets. Actually, hey, you. See again, I would have gotten on that gas cannon and started shooting.
Bravo, you got contact south at the town, moving in the forest.
But again, my frickin' just pulls up the interface. Can you make a float? I could make floating platforms, but again, having giant scarabs made out of building blocks causes a little bit of lag on the server. So I hope it's just launched a missile at him. I think caused one to bail out, other one just took a hit. So yeah, Air has finally figured out how to take out the, those assets with great efficiency, which is good to see.
Yeah, we're holding last stand in the barn next to the white smoke.
Meanwhile, I have a bunch of Covenant forces dealing with those guys over there. I got that unit, so I'm just gonna pull her out. I do have Phantoms, but the Phantoms don't work. But I have to have one spawned in for legacy stuff, so the server doesn't crash.
Alpha, what's the ETA on Pelican?
Bravo, 30 ways to get in the Hornet.
On the way!
So they're getting mounted over there, and go ahead, delete these bodies. And the Scarab is still getting runned on by that Sparrowhawk. Alright, otherwise, looks like Pelicans landing. They're going to be in for a very rough surprise if they land right on top of that objective. I'm going to get some Jackal Patrol marksman groups around here.
Alpha to Spartans, it looks like the Pelicans here.
And it looks like they came around and actually took out that AA position, so not a bad call right there. But we still have these AA things right here, so it's going to be interesting. Speaking of AA firing, Rigby is staying static. He is going to regret that one, trying to maneuver, and he goes down. But that AA piece was taken out.
One who needs to be in is in.
Yeah, you really don't want to hover against those things. It's the second time he's been shot down just for hovering.
As will be following in after, so you coordinate with them after you've dropped us off.
Lambert's back here on his own. Don't know for what reason. And I think they're gonna swing around and get to there, so...
I recommend you guys not assault down a massive mountain.
That's why I'm dropping them off in the eastern part.
Roger, mark it for me.
I have these guys moving around.
Not that far, but okay.
All forces is high, be advised. Break. About 25 minutes remain. I'm pushing it a little bit to try to give you time to complete your last objective. Break. After those 25 minutes, a 5-minute timer will start counting down. If you're not on the ship by those 5 minutes, you get left behind. Over.
Solid. Is it Falcon, is it possible you can put to that SSR just to the west of the actual LZ?
I'll give it a shot.
It's close, but we're crunching time here.
Do it. IO marked as east.
That's gonna suck. I mean, this should still have cover, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, but that's a tough LZ. Let me remote you.
It's not exact, but
Looks like there's an active AF cannon on the right side.
I am not pulling any more punches. So Pelican, 20% remaining. It is having people bail out. They can heal their legs afterwards.
Send for Spartans.
She's desyncing. Again, my job is to make sure they have a fun time, sure, but when they've literally, like, killed 2 out of the 3 groups of civvies that they've run into, there's not much I can do. Like, I'm just facepalming at that point, like, guys, please, that's, like, hell, even the Covenant wasn't gonna execute all of them, but you guys...
Everything is red.
So yeah, Caelim's limping back to base, everything's red. Rigby dying again. And so he's down right there. I meant for this to be a cool drive down the mountain, but I guess I'll guide it more next time.
Be advised, Cat Hornet is RTB for rearm, no more missiles.
And their air is pulling back. Gonna spawn a big squad to deal with them from my little fob. She'll spawn it from the tower. That would give him a little bit of time.
Understood. Roger. Understood.
See, if I really wanted to murder them all, I can just RC that and hit them all, because the ammunition that thing fires is like the GAU 8. Looks like Rigby's gotten out. He is limping back to base. And these guys... still have 3 right there. It looks like they're mixed with some ODSTs as well. Looks like Iopus is coming back. You might be able to pick up a few dudes. I mean, technically they could just get on the mountainside, see the civs are all dead, and then RTB. They don't even have to fight this. It's entirely up to them. But they've been a bit bloodthirsty today, because you can tell. But again, this is how ops tend to go when they don't pick a ground commander or JTAC. It's very unorganized. Some of the squads lose focus on what they're doing. I'm getting off that net for a hot second. Yes, one of the, my call sign for Zeusing in the 700th is Prince of Pleasure. Simply because that's the one they gave me. Did they fix it? Cool. One of them dudes are naked. And when we get close, I'll run a guy up and open that gate. Oh. What? So I had a hide environment tool on this, but it looks like it didn't hide it. I just noticed that. We're firing rockets. Oh, okay, well that just invites me. Well. Okie dokie. Poke it up again. Let's play whack-a-mole. I love it when they try me like that. So Rigby's still back there. They're still flying over that Covenant position. These guys got dropped off, I guess, to help defend. That's gonna be futile.
Solid copy.
It's because this isn't the objective.
Roger. Solid copy.
And this is me just cheating.
Roger.
That's okay.
Ground forces, Pelican.
I'll have to look
standby.
into
Do you
why
need
that
anything?
thing's broken, but we'll get there when we get there. Whew.
I hope that wasn't for me because I couldn't hear you.
Go ahead, remote this guy to open the gate. Now they're getting engaged.
Hold fire! What? Do not fire! Two, repair the vehicle.
But that vehicle's dead. Do 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 do. Hey, they pulled back. Let me poke it. It's like, hey, are you gonna actually shoot me? I think that's a good enough answer.
This is Pelican, the ground forces. Just tell you guys to come back east. I'll pick up whoever.
They have that air asset very high up.
I'm less than 2 minutes out.
Alright, in 2 minutes I'll give the 15 mark call. They can still make it.
Ground forces out, copy.
I'm gonna laugh if all comms have actually broken down.
Any units at the last objective, how copy?
We can say they're all dead.
On the way.
Now I can start sending stuff to
Copy.
harass
If
that
it proves too
position,
much,
so let's
Pelican's on
see.
standby to the east.
Covenant,
You're gonna have to come to me though. 'cause it's a fucking
Banshee,
AA.
Needler, Banshee, Space, Space Boy.
It's just point and click. Doesn't drop off.
One more minute before the 15-minute warning. With no warthogs that are brought up, they're going to have air somehow take out that AA piece. They still have the Sparrowhawk, so that will be able to help them out, but I don't know. It's a big amount of questions. So I'm going to just get them in this spirit. Send it in the air. To seek and destroy to see if it'll engage the infantry targets. So what's Rigby doing? You know what? Sure. Go for it, if you're crazy enough. Whatever. Look at that line of 3 Banshees flying in the sky. Where's the Needler one? Ah, of course. course, as soon as everything I touch immediately explodes. That's the AA defense doing work. All forces, this is high. 14 minutes remain. I say again, 14 minutes. Air, recommend you relay that.
Pelican has rockets the moment I peek them, but
Oh, cack, a majority of them are set to defend only. That's fine. So they've decided to smoke their advance here.
Pelican and ground forces recommend you to pull left.
On the way.
Rough company.
Oh, I love these AI. Oh, you're gonna regret missing that point-blank shot, buddy.
But I got,
see, if they got that rocket hit,
it
would be dead, but...
a lot of fucking radars, so get over here quickly.
Whew. Yeah, so he's... Yeah, there it is. Whew. He's in the bench! He's in the bench! Ah, that's beautiful.
On the little hill where
that is actually beautiful. Alright, let's get in a bunch of Space Banshees. Let's send up the armies, Covenant. Again, this wasn't the type of op I meant to make, but they're turning it into a pseudo-defense. So I am perfectly fine with that. Ow, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of this op in this puppy.
Mark your position, maybe I can get to you.
sync is too strong.
It literally hit the building next to us.
Hey, babe.
See them.
No, what was your text, boo? It's okay for you to come over, yeah. I've told her that you're coming at 4, and she said okay. It's okay.
It's the sound of the quick
Yes, she knows. Okay. Yes. Do you want to call her yourself and ask? Okay. Love you, boo. See you soon.
Mr. Zare, be advised we have a friendly banshee.
That was Bloodwayne's, because after this we'll have this. But I think this this banshee is having an issue here. It appears to be some sort of plasma fire. Can't really tell.
Not enough DA.
All fours, this is high. 10 minutes remain. I say again, 10 minutes remain. I guess it's some sort of energy shield. It's just really good at deflecting these rounds. I really can't understand what's going on here, but I think Rigby is just able to tank all of those rounds like some sort of deity. He is just saying, no, these aren't allowed to hurt me, and I guess I'll just keep flying through the sky. Except he's not flying, he is just floating. Now I have Covenant forces advancing very hard. This AO, he's losing connection, that's why.
Understood. Copy.
Air's engaging fucking dropship.
On the way.
Dropship's damaged, but I can't do much with Falcon. Friendly Banshee is dead, by the way.
So I think ODSTs are pulling back.
It copies you barely.
Yep, they just need to pull out of that area because, you know, infantry going in on their own at the hardest objective, probably not the smartest thing to happen. And these guys, meanwhile, are setting up a defensive perimeter as the Covenants slowly move up, but again, that wasn't the op. Ah!
Cap Hornet is rearming currently and repairing. I'll be up and I'll be holding over the front line to try and display it.
Pelican's ground Alpha and Bravo be advised, leaving in 10 minutes. There's no other air asset.
Let's see. Send those down, see if we can do some strikes on their air assets back at base. Because again, at this point, we're just doing the wrap-up. And I love the wrap-up.
Salem, if you can hear me, there is 1 times Pelican still at base.
I'll have to look into why the RC broke, but what I'm going to do is take UAV turret control. I do have a cute little thermal vision.
It is by the smoking cloud.
That's a jackal. So I think those rounds were landing way short. Look at what Nano's doing. He's trying to run up to get this turret, so I'm just gonna... Oh, did my RC just break? That's great. Yep, it just decided to break, so I am down to switch unit. Oh, why do you do this to me? Is it just because of that unit, or is it on everything? It is on everything. spark plugs.
Seven minutes, 40 seconds left. Fuck off. There's no other air assets.
It's okay.
I'm off that's left. Nonsense, we can make space in the middle.
Fire the gun!
Lines are fucking collapsing, just make your way over here quick. Enhance movement of the fucking mountain if you have to.
Almost broke my roll,
Hi,
but...
Command, I used my Spartan abilities from Halo Wars.
From what?
I used my Spartan abilities from Halo Wars!
What's a halo?
Oh my god.
Guys, the Spartan has captured
Eyes
the
on
Banshee.
one.
All forces, you have 2 minutes before the 5-minute index countdown begins. I'd recommend you hurry your asses.
Solid copy. 2 minutes till 5 minutes.
Falcon to high.
Who wants to hijack it? This is high, send message.
That was user now rating you 1 by 5, basically 0 by 5. Just to confirm, are we backing back to the airfield or are we just fucking up?
Get back to the airfield.
Shh. Now that he's unconscious, I can just bleed him out. Oh, Halo Wars one he wants to hijack. Well, I mean, one of the pilots found one and hijacked it, but... Nah.
Anyone at the airfield, be advised,
Alright.
contact east of the airfield in the trees.
Any infantry left alive?
This is risky, because if I get caught out as Zeus, I'm not going to be able to do an index. But I want to perform an attack run. Woo! Now that was satisfying. All forces, this is high. Corvette is leaving in 5 minutes, with or without you. I say again, you have 5 minutes to get your ass back to the Corvette.
Keep my drink warm, we're coming in hot.
When in doubt, there's an easy way to do this.
Spartan to high. Spartan's gonna enter the Corvette.
Well then, you're SOL.
Cool.
In advanced movement.
It doesn't work for Spartans because we have a different skeleton. That was the first thing I tried.
Here, I'll build a ramp for you guys.
Yeah, little steppy stool.
Is that good, Spartan?
Well, if you point the right way, maybe. Thank you.
It is pointing the right. Never mind. There, you get a ramp now.
Be advised, hostiles in the forest east of the airfield.
4 minutes remaining.
I did not like the sound of that.
That's the sound of us exploding. All right, let's lock this down. How many?
I believe the Covenant is using the powers of desync to keep the Pelicans from landing.
I'll just hold position.
That one did a front flip. I think this will be enough.
West, west, west!
See them.
Two minutes remaining.
Pelicans frozen in the air. I believe the pallet's desync and the controls are locked, so...
You're gonna have to jump.
Remember reach!
I was expecting a jump after that, but I don't see a jump.
Yeah, we can't jump either.
Oh, well. Sucks.
Remember reach!
It's a flight. Just Hey, look, you guys rammed 2 warthogs together and blew them up, and yeah. Oh dear.
God!
Ooh. Maybe ramming the warthogs in the back of my thing was a bad idea.
They're shooting rockets at us.
1 minute remaining.
Just fly this Hornet out with it, or?
It's not atmospheric, boyo. The Sparrowhawk could, though.
The Pelican.
Use that to get in with the vehicles, maybe.
30 seconds remaining. Just fly the Hornet in the back of the Corvette. It should be fine. Ten seconds remaining.
Hitting a Banshee? Of course it's Iceberg.
I'm reloading!
Oh man!
My planes are dying, help!
And to this day, the Pelican still never landed.
It's okay, Angel. We won't miss you. Round over.
Oh boy.
What a massive shit show.
I thought my frames were gonna get
Legend
worse.
says that Pelican
So,
is in the air to
I did
defend
say,
For me.
one, that this would be a bit framey, because entire map, and two, I didn't say this, but it's a general rule of thumb, when you don't have a ground commander or a JTAC, these turn into very jumbled messes. And today was a very jumbled mess. So, yeah, out of the 3 groups of civilians, because the 4th one was all dead, those were the guys at the last objective you went to. I'm just going to go over this point by point. So, first group of civvies, you went in, rescued them, great. Awesome. Second group of civvies, you rescued them, air assets came in, blew up the rescue bird, and then you still had 1 UNSC guy and 2 civvies that you just left behind, and Covenant recaptured them. Okay, whatever. Third one, air looked at my locust. The civvies were under the locust, and then air tried to kill a turret on the locust and just sprayed everywhere, and civvies died. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever, cool. Yeah, and then the fourth one, again, that's where the civvies were going to be dead, and you guys charged down an open hill where an AA turret was watching, and then you fired at one of them, and yeah, they had fun with you. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Just kind of sitting back. Hope you had fun. If you didn't have fun, well, welcome to playing with buggy assets. And yeah, I'll put up the review thing. Alpha, go ahead since there was no ground.
Sorry, I don't ground command. I wasn't expecting to ground command, so it was kind of shit. Squad was alright. Although the biggest thing that impacted us was the evil tree blowing up the fucking troop transport hog, which really fucked with the ability to mobilize. But I guess in a turn of events, the tree also took out a dropship that was fucking the infantry's retreat. So, whoop whoop. Again, planning wise, I probably could have done better, but I've done more squad leading than ground command, so I was more in a squad lead mindset. I was a lot of the time making up the plans if it was one big squad, not a big force, and my JTAC skills are also shit. Yeah, so sorry if you didn't have fun because of that. We'll try and improve, but bravo.
My squad did, despite the jumbled mess, the op turned into quite well, actually. I had a squad with mostly guys I didn't know and very rarely played with. But in general, we did good, and at the end, we all survived. I don't know where Lambert and Rex ended up. But
we ended up making it back to the rally point. Or the base, anyway.
Well, good job. I don't know what happened that you got left behind. At this point, I didn't even have an overview myself. But one thing, if you tell Leia to pick up people, just don't assume, just ask. Because you don't, if you don't know what assume does, just Google the kids rhyme. And because we had situations where it was called out Alpha and Bravo are loaded, and I was sitting in the middle of a fucking field with no air around me and 6 of my guys with me. So that stuff doesn't work like that. Anyways, but I believe Bravo had fun, and yeah, we did mostly good. Yeah. Oh, Spartans, sorry.
Sorry, places and blew shit up.
Yeah, we kind of folded in with each other. Honestly, we couldn't find Zope. He got AFK, and he was the other team lead, so we just all folded under me, and I did not squad lead as well as I thought I would. It was an off day, I guess, for me. But it was fun. Thank you to Ice for shadow J-tacking, I guess, if that's even a thing. But you helped definitely wrangle things on 50 and with the pilots, so I thank you immensely for that. I mean, everyone in Spartans were great. We had no issues whatsoever. If anything, I was the weakest link with making the plan and having, just trying to think of something, and just gears were running, but nothing was moving, if that makes sense. But yeah, we kidnapped Lambert and Rex, and we had 2 Marines to use as cannon fodder, so that was fun. But no, I mean, everything.
Hey, we did well. All right, you gotta admit, we did well.
Hey, like I said, truly any better, and you'd be a Spartan. But yeah, I mean that's about it for me. I don't know if Soap's got anything.
Nothing.
Okay. I guess then Air.
Oh, where do we begin? Everything is a tiny blue dot against a green background. Things are shooting at you, we shoot back. We have no JTAC. We have no one to tell us whether something is a good idea or a bad idea.
Please don't answer for another asset. For anyone. Like, if you're not Bravo, for example, please don't answer for them. The powers of desync are on the Banshee's side, apparently. They dodge missiles without using flares. I got nothing else.
Okay, I guess.
Is that everyone?
Karen was also a pilot, I thought.
No,
We had
That was
5
Caleb.
pilots.
Oh, whatever.
We had myself, Nano, Undead, Calum, and Rigby. Rigby is not here. Undead is not
He
here.
crashed out
He
mid-op.
somehow got a fucking Banshee.
Oh, Undead is here.
I stole the Banshee.
No, Rigby actually flew around a Banshee, then desynced and
Rigby
died.
stole one as well.
Yeah. Switch
Wrong
aircraft like
unit
6
class.
times.
Well, I'll say it's fighting a Banshee with a Wasp isn't the best. With the Hawk, I should say.
Could have used a big laser one.
Oh no, we
One-shot
did,
fuck
but
you.
then that got blown to shit.
Did it get good?
We were falling back to base of the Banshee on our ass for about 3 kilometers, and then we just walked in the middle of the air.
Let's see. To address feedback, first thing, I did tell you to get bad frames in that mission because of how everything was placed, since this was a giant open world. And you were never meant to go to the defensive line because that was to kind of be a background timer. Because I was gonna have things like fly around it or drive through it, blah blah blah. But instead, some units decided to go help defend the defensive line. So I had to get creative on how to destroy the defensive line to keep things going. So whatever. And yep, that's all I got. So anyway, I gotta go now. Corona-chan calls. So hope you had fun. If you didn't have fun, feel free to DM me and tell you why you didn't like it, and I'll try to make it better. Otherwise, cheers,
Is that what you
guys.
call Bloodwing now?
Have a good one.
Frames,
Go
while
operate
the frames were
operationally.
good, if you dropped your view distance to like 4K, your frames were fine.
I mean, mine were too at 3K, but whatever.
Not for me.
I had 50 to 60 frames. Mine were pretty
Wispy. Oh yeah, stream's still going. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. The reason I get tired of that stuff is because that stuff takes hours to make. And I tell people, hey, you're going to experience this or that. And then, I still get complaints, and it's like, why do I even bother? And that's why I'm an asshole when it comes to these types of ops, because I just can't be bothered anymore. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally, and, yeah, enjoy the rest of your Saturday.